Hi, and welcome to a video tutorial from the Illinois Flipped and Blended Learning Network. In this video, we're going to show you where you can download and install free and easy to use software called Apowersoft Free Screen Recorder in order for you to create your own screen recorded videos so that your students can get some instruction outside of the classroom. And of course, we'll show you how to use the software. Now, it's worth mentioning that in order to make a screencast video of screencast software, we actually had to use a different screencast software called Screencast-O-Matic. Did your mind just explode a little bit? Sorry. Alright, let's get started. So we could send you to Apowersoft's website to where you can get their products like the Free Screen Recorder Pro. And if you download it here, it'll work just the same way as the software we're going to show you. However, you're going to get that little window every time that reminds you that you're using the free software and they kind of like you to buy the pro version. However, we got a trick for you. At cnet.com, we actually found Apowersoft free screen recorder that doesn't give you that annoying little window that reminds you that you have the free version. However, when you go to CNET, there's lots of places where you can get a mistake start download, so make sure you download here where it says download now and has an average user rating right next to it. At CNET's website, they're going to play some videos for you, and when you click on the download button, it's going to bring you to another website where it plays another video for you. Just close because you're all set. Now, once you get that software downloaded, you want to install it and open it up. It's going to look like this. Okay, so it brings you to an aspect ratio of 16:9, which is what you're going to see when you watch YouTube videos, Google Drive videos, and pretty much everywhere you go, video ratios are going to be 16:9. It brings you up to a custom window that's 960 by 540. That's this size here. That is a 16:9 ratio. If you'd like to make it a little bigger, you can choose to click and drag any one of these guys here. But you probably want to maintain your 16:9 ratio, because if you don't, and make it too short, you'll get black space on the sides, too narrow, and you'll get black space on top and bottom. Alright, before you hit record, you want to see your options first. So let's check them out. Here, you're going to decide whether or not you're recording the screen or the webcam. We're going to record the screen. Here, you're going to make sure that you have the correct sound selected. If you select the system sound, your screencast software is going to pick up any audio that's playing through your computer, such as a YouTube video. If you select the microphone, it's only going to record the audio that's coming from the microphone that you have hooked up to your device. You can select system sound and the microphone, in which case it'll record any sound on your computer and also the microphone. Be careful, because this one could get kind of confusing. If for whatever reason you choose to record a video with no sound, just select none at the bottom here. We're going to choose to record our microphone, and you probably will too. You can select to record the full screen. However, here's a tip for you. If you're recording your own video for your students, you might want to pull your presentation software over to the side and put your window only in that presentation screen. That way, over here, you can have notes of a narration or any notes that you choose to use off to the side. So we're going to put our window right on that presentation software. Alright, before we get started, I'm going to show you some more settings if you click on the gear down at the bottom. In the general settings, you can choose to enable keyboard shortcuts. In other words, if you wanted to stop the recording, you can choose which set of buttons will stop the recording for you if you don't want to hit the controls that are at the bottom. You can also choose where your video saves to by browsing here and selecting the folder on your machine. If you click on the recording options up at the top, you have some basic options here. We find the beep to be a little bit annoying, but you can choose to have it beep at you when your recording begins. Usually, a countdown works just fine. You can also choose to show the recording boundary, the little window, show the recording toolbar underneath the window. You can also include the cursor in your video that is the mouse cursor that you want to see, or you want your students to see as you're navigating somewhere. Over here on the right side, you'll find the advanced features like mouse styles to show a hotspot. That hotspot, if you choose to select it, will bring up a little circle around your mouse to make it more clear where your mouse is navigating as you go around the page. You can choose whatever size and whatever color you want that hotspot to be. If you are navigating with mouse clicks and you want your students to recognize when you are left clicking or right clicking on your mouse, you can also select the Animate Mouse Clicks button here and choose the color just as you would for the mouse hotspot. When you click on the left mouse button, it'll show a little red ring around your yellow hotspot. If you right click the mouse, it'll show a blue ring around your hotspot. The audio quality is something that you only want to change if you decide that the audio quality you recorded was not good enough. Unless you know something we don't know, just leave these settings alone. If you click on the video settings gear, you're going to get more options to optimize your video, like disabling the screensaver, hopefully your video is not that long, hiding desktop icons, hiding the taskbar, and also creating a window, but it may cause your cursor to blink. We're going to choose not to select any of those. You can also allow the recording region to move while you're capturing it. I'll show you what that looks like. While you're recording your video, you can decide that that video region changes during your recording. If you want to give your students a headache, that's up to you. This little button here is going to give you more options for their software. You probably don't want to minimize the software because sometimes it's hard to get back up. That's the one downfall we found with the software. When you're done with the software, just click the X here, but we're going to show you what it looks like to record a video. So let's hit record. It's going to give us this little pop-up window that says, "Are we ready?" We like this because it tells us if our microphone is on. If we record a video for 10 or 15 minutes and our microphone's off and we didn't know, well, now we have 10 or 15 minutes of video that's completely wasted. It also is going to show you your hotkeys in case you choose not to use the toolbar underneath the recording window. If you don't like this little pop-up, you can select this box and you'll never see it again. Once you click OK, it's going to give you your countdown, tell you who you are, and also the date that you're making your recording. As soon as it says go, it's recording, and you can see the time down here on the bottom. It even tells you it's recording, and you can see some audio getting recorded at the same time. I can adjust the volume of that recording with this little slider here. I can also choose to add a webcam, and something you might like, if you click on this little pencil, is as you are recording your video, you can make things pop up on the screen for your students to see if you want to draw attention to something. You can also choose to paint freehand. You can choose to highlight text. And of course, you can change the size of these guys. You can also choose to put text on the screen, and I can undo any of those things one at a time as I choose. Anything I put on my screen can be erased all at once with this little guy here. Alright, so those are those options, which again, you can select whatever size and whatever color you'd like those things to come up as your video is recording. Alright, so let's say you're making a recording and you want to go to the bathroom. Well, all you got to do is hit the pause. It stops at 1:15, and when you come back, just keep recording where you left off, and it'll seem like nothing ever happened. When you're done, you can pause or hit your hotkeys and click this check mark here. It's going to prepare your video file and begin to play it on your machine. And you'll see that I have my yellow hotspot and everything that was in that recording window at the time. It's going to play the video with audio. And I can replay that thing from any spot that I choose by sliding this guy here. I can go full screen, but when I'm done, I'm going to hit save. However, I want to save the whole thing. Here are my options. I can save as a video file, upload directly to YouTube, Vimeo, Google Drive, or a Dropbox. We're just going to choose a video file. I select my format. I can call it whatever I want. I can select the folder it's going to save it to, and then I hit save. There you go. Publish to video file. I can play it, I can edit it, I can open it, or I can copy that file path in case I need to. In this case, I'm done, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video on how to use some software to get you to record your own videos for your students.